Hello again, I am Jim Bob, and welcome back to F1 Manager 23 Hardcore Night Round 20. We are heading to the Autodromo Jimenez Rodriguez for the Mexican Grand Prix. So 4 rounds to go, including this one, before this season is over. And we are starting to move back up the table again. Fantastic result last night. A 1-2 in the sprint, and then getting a second place in the Grand Prix, backed up with, was it 5th or 6th in the end? I forget exactly where our second driver finished. Let's have a look. Where exactly was it that we came in the end last night? Oh, it was 4th. We got as high as 4th. Yeah, we hauled in a massive amount of points last night, and that allowed us to not only get far enough away from Haas, but also to get ahead of Alpine in the standings, and we're now just 7 points away from 5th place, which is Alfa Romeo, our former team, and we are definitely going to see if we can overhaul them tonight. We just need 7 points to get at from them, because I don't think they've won a race yet, and we have. So yeah, we'll keep our fingers crossed, and hopefully we'll be in 5th place with 3 rounds to go, and we're only 17 points away from Mercedes. It's not impossible that we could yet finish as high as 4th, which, given where we were just a few rounds ago, way off the pace in 9th, is pretty incredible, I think. So let's get prepped by going through our inbox first of all. Got some stuff to catch up on. How you doing tonight, Army? Good to see you. So we'll start with our car inspection. How have our cars fared? Previous race at COTA. Just one failure, a suspension needs to be replaced. That's pretty good. There was a very high risk of more than that, so quite pleased that we got off quite lightly in the end. Get that replacement in. We've got one spare suspension now. What's it looking like on the other car? It's looking good. So theoretically, we shouldn't need any more suspensions, which we still have a spare, and those two will hopefully last the remaining 4 rounds. We'll keep our fingers crossed on that. So we've got the ability to replace one damaged one. Chassis, we've got a medium risk on the chassis there, and a medium risk there, so that's a little bit riskier. Front wings are okay, medium wings are okay. We are looking like we're going to run out of side pods if we're not careful, but they rarely ever get damaged, so I'm not going to make a spare because we've got 2 already, and that will be enough to replace the ones that are wearing out. I think we're in pretty good shape. We've still got a couple of spare underfloors coming, and we've got a research project finishing tomorrow, so let's go ahead and move time forward of 1 day. Evening, Dino. Let's get a new research project underway. So let's see. I'm going to go with, how long we got till the next ATR? 13 days. A side pod is going to be affected quite heavily next season, so I think we'll use some hours on that. Front wing is also going to be pretty heavily affected, so let's just go straight onto another underfloor then. Save the hours for the other bits. Let's see. We want to up the airflow sensitivity a bit more, like that. I'll just take a touch more drag off. There we go. I'm going to take a little bit of downforce off like that as well, just so that we can try and get a full percentage point. There we go, on the airflow sensitivity. And we're going to go with 4 engineers. Good stuff. Okay. And now we've got our scouting results back. So let's have a look at some of the other drivers on the grid. So Maloney, 95 cornering, not so good in the braking. Excellent control, excellent smoothness, good adaptability. He's a really good driver, and that's where Javi ended up. Look, Javi is his race engineer. Wonder where he'd gone. Yeah, his braking and his adaptability are the only things that really let him down. His reactions are comfortable. His accuracy isn't too far away from being comfortable. His adaptability, obviously, at 76, it's not great, but it's better than our drivers. And his braking at 80 is a little weak, but everything else about him is pretty damn good. Yeah, he is definitely a driver who can progress into a very, very talented member of the grid. All right, who is next? Joe. Let's take a look at Joe's stats. Up to 30 years old now. 91, 90, 90, 95, 92, 89, 89, 86, 87. Joe again. Another driver who can actually end up really well-rounded. He's a 91 overall. Okay, moving on. So let's see. Mick next. Mick should be out of contract at the end of the season. He is. 89, 93, 97. Yeah, Mick not as good as Joe. 89 overall. Still has Josh as his race engineer. Teo. Teo is out of contract at the end of the season. Now he could be moving on to a better team. Look at his stats. 98 in cornering, 88 in braking, 94 reactions, 93 in control, 88 accuracy, 89 smoothness, 89 adaptability. His only weaknesses really are his overtaking and, to a lesser degree, his defending. Otherwise, he's an exceptionally strong driver. Yeah, anyone would be lucky to have him. He gets in a seriously competitive car next year, then he is definitely going to be a big threat, I think. Isaac, our former protege. Again, look at those stats. His racecraft lets him down a little bit, but everything else, very, very strong. 92, 89, 84 in pace. Consistency, 96 in accuracy, 98 in control. Smoothness, 87. Yeah, another seriously quick young driver. And Sonoda. Now, let's not forget as well, Yuki had a year out where he was dropped and wasn't picked up. So his stats will be reflected by that a little bit. Excellent braking. Cornering not quite so good. Very good accuracy, very good smoothness. 93 smoothness. 94 in overtaking. That year off hasn't done too much to hurt him. He's still a very, very good driver. And is that everybody? That is everybody. So let's take a look at some more people. See what Ollie's developed into. Ocon as well, 33 years old. He's going to be reaching a period of decline soon if he's not careful. Sainz, 35 years old. His rating's gone down to an 87, so he is now definitely in decline. Magnussen has possibly gone into a decline a little bit. 37 years old. Giovinazzi, 86. Really don't know about him. Albon might be starting to hit a little decline soon as well. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. 6 drivers. Okay. Race preview. Race prep. Let's take a look. Has anyone brought any upgrades tonight? A minor upgrade for somebody. We are no longer best in the medium speed, but we're not far off that. Dirty Air is 6th. We've actually improved slightly in the braking and cooling overall, I think. So, yeah, someone's brought an upgrade that's maybe taken the touch away from cooling and gone more for performance. But we still have a very, very good car. The speed and the DRS combined with the low and medium speed is really going to be important at Mexico. If we take a quick look at the overview there, you can see it's a low speed end of the lap, which feeds onto that monstrous long straight. So having the grip and the launch out of that corner vital. Make sure we get the DRS activation nice and close behind the car in front, and then low speed at the end of that straight feeding into the next DRS zone, and then low speed feeding all the way through into the S's before the next DRS zone, with a medium speed at the end of that DRS zone. There's only a couple of corners there that aren't really suited for us, and that's the high speeds, and even those aren't horrible for us. So despite the fact we have a below average acceleration value, we still have a car that is very nicely suited to this circuit. And our drivers have definitely been stepping up in the last couple of races. So I think we've got a really good chance of some points again tonight, some strong points. Looking at the forecast, we have rain through practice on Friday, and then dry running on Saturday practice and qualifying. And then looks like very cool temperatures on the Sunday. Cloudy, but no rain. That might make tyre wear a little less of a factor. We might see some more one-stops as a result of that. We will probably two-stop and go soft, medium, soft, but we shall see how that goes. Let's first of all set some targets for tonight's Grand Prix. So one car in Q3 is the incentive. I want to get both in Q3 tonight. There we go. Both cars in Q2. Fastest lap, we should hopefully get that. I'm going to go for a double points finish again. And again, hopefully we'll do better than that. But I'm giving myself wiggle room just in case one of our drivers makes a mistake. Let's see. 2 of the top 15 for 2 races. We can finish that tonight for another 500,000. And we can get one step closer to completing our quali streak as well. Yeah. Got 11.38 million in the bank. So let's have a quick look at our facilities before we go any further. Factory refurb is going through. Wind tunnel refurb can now be afforded and still have a little bit of money in the bank. I'm looking at everything else. The race sim is going to wear out soon. Boardroom's being done. Everything else is okay. Memorabilia room's going to need a top up after probably this Grand Prix, or maybe after Brazil. We'll see. Helipad's not too far behind. Let's go ahead and get that wind tunnel refurb done. 61 days. That will be ready just before the end of the calendar year, ready for next year. And that still leaves us with 1.5 mil. Excellent stuff. Right, to Mexico.
We return once more to the hustle and bustle of Mexico City. The Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez is F1's highest altitude track at more than 2,000 meters above sea level. Teams are faced with thinner air around the track here, which includes 2 straights in the first sector. This is an exhilarating circuit on the Formula One calendar. We'll be sure to see plenty of battles and overtaking this weekend, especially with the help of not 1, not 2, but 3 DRS zones.
Red Bull have outscored their rivals to be at the top of the constructors' table right now. And the next rounds are still crucial to decide the final order of the season.
There's nothing like a race weekend in Formula One.
Yeah, constructors battle already decided. Red Bull winning that after the sprint in Qatar. But the battle for second between Ferrari and McLaren still raging on. And obviously we have a chance to potentially even catch Mercedes and take fourth place. Although tonight we're kind of trying to get ahead of Alfa Romeo for fifth. We are going to put Anne in the car tonight, and I'm going to put her in against Embry. First practice. We're going to go with softs to start, although with the weather we may not be on these softs for very long. I'm going to leave the setups as they are. As always, see what we can do. We're going to go with 18 laps of fuel, I think. Probably a little more than we need. Swap out the parts. That engine. And that ERS. And that gearbox. Go. Right, car 2. Go. Let's send them out. A quick look at the weather. It's going to get very wet very soon. And off we go.
We have a little bit more incoming.
Going to have to do the second half of this stint, or the second and third stints on inters, I think. We'll try and get the first set of feedback in just on the soft tyres. They will be running in the wet for a while.
See some light grey.
And that will make them very slow compared to everybody else. But I say very slow, they're already very slow, but even slower. Yeah, 138. Terrible. 139. Is everyone else still on? Yeah, almost everyone else is still on dry tyres. The cars that have just come out, like Magnussen and co. There you go. Porsche just did a time on a 125 with 14 seconds slower per lap. These tyres, and it's about to go full wet. They're going to be just crawling around the track.
Quick feedback.
There we go. We got some feedback from Anne. Let's have a look. 61%, something to work with. Call her in. So we'll keep an eye on Magnussen crossing the line. Magnussen is on inters. No one's on full wets. So let's see what time Magnussen does against us. Both of us are on the wrong tyres. He's only just on the wrong tyres. We are very much on the wrong tyres. Albon's just done a lap, and he has done a 128.
how's the balance?
We've got the feedback, and rather than finding out exactly how much time we're going to lose, I'll just call her in. Safe to say it would probably be at least a 145, maybe even worse. Look how slow we are tiptoeing around these corners. Alright, rear wing needs to change. I'm going to go with a 1.9 there. I'm going to go with a 13 on the rear wing. That needs to go all the way over there. Front wing's going to need to go up. Let's try that. And we'll change the tyres to Inters. Got a yellow flag. That is a Williams that's off. That is Albon, I think. Yeah, we'll go with a 1.9. 12.5 seems right. But let's push that up to there. Push that up to about there. Pull that back down to a 7. Pull that back down to about there. And we'll give that a go. Oh, I forgot to change the tyres. Damn it.
And here we've got a yellow flag.
Yep. My mouse just locked, my controller just locked me out. Let me try turning it off. Oh no, the controller's responding. So it's just on that weird game freeze thing. So, bear with me. I've got to go back into my old room and find my mouse. There we go. Turn that on. There we go. So we need to save. Overwrite the current save. Confirm. And quit to menu. And there we go. I've got the pad back. Excellent stuff. So I need to remember to change Anne's tyres. I think I already changed Embry's. Yes, I did. There we go.
Radio check.
And out we go. Once again, we're very much on the wrong tyres, but this is just a temporary thing. You can see it's about to get a lot drier. So I didn't see the point in setting them out on wets for just a couple of laps. There we go, back into territory.
How do you feel with the car at the moment?
Well, that's a nice step forward. Very nice step forward. And 98% for Embry as well. Excellent. So we're very close. All right, with call her in as well. All right, which way do I go? Let's try that. Probably gone the wrong way on that one there, but we'll see.
Weather update. This rain has stopped.
We'll complete our car park knowledge tonight as well. Fully learn that new underfloor.
It's a checkered flag.
So we've got a real chance of getting both drivers up to 100% confidence again tonight. Of course, the one thing I needed the feedback on is the one thing it didn't give me feedback on. Of course. And again, the braking stability was the only thing I needed the feedback on, and it didn't give it to us. Okay, well, let's go with medium tyres. Again, we've got the threat of rain in this session. We'll fuel them for a long run, but I don't know that we'll get the chance to do the long run or not. We'll save the hards for Saturday when it's dry again. Donna needs to run for the whole session. So we'll put an extra 10 laps of fuel in her car. 8%, everything else will get through fine. Everything will get through there fine. There we go. We're going to get a big spike of weather.
Traction should be green
halfway
now.
through the session. Might have to call Donna in at that point to put her on inters.
Everything else okay with the car?
Right, we got the feedback now. We got it right with Donna. We should get it almost immediately with Embry as well, maybe another lap or so. There we go, and we got it right with Embry as well. Fantastic. So both cars exactly where they need to be. Nice and straightforward with the setups. The only downside is the weather change that's coming up. Will hurt my ability to get a long run with Donna. I only need to get Embry up to about 45, maybe, around there in terms of track knowledge in this session. You can do the rest in the final session when it's dry, but I need to get Donna to about 40%, if not more. And obviously that's a long way to go in comparison to Embry.
Yeah, confirm we have more rain. We have more rain around.
Now, spin for Embry. It's coming out of turn
There's a yellow
3.
flag now. Let's see what happened there. Here we've got the Aston Martin.
I know she spun through
Oh no,
turn 2
that's
into turn
not how
3.
to do it. And there'll be words.
So this is the rain that we expected. It should be steady and light at this level.
Really?
And we have rain coming.
How's the track?
I'm not going to take any unnecessary risks with Embry, so I'm going to call her in now. She's done enough in this session. Donna does need a lot more time on track, and I'm going to try and stick her out, keep her sticking out there on the mediums. She's going to be painfully slow, but hopefully she won't make mistakes. So Joe's just done a lap and he did a 128. We're doing 145, 147. But yeah, we are 18, 19 seconds off the pace at the moment in these conditions. 149 against the 129. Yeah, 20 seconds off the pace. Lovely stuff. And now it's getting wetter. Seconds slower than Norris per lap. But the track is drying up again. %. Okay, so we've done just about enough. We'll do a little bit more, try and get her a bit more comfortable for the final session. She ran a little wide.
Here's the replay. Here we are then at the 11th corner. And that's where they slightly run off the track.
Yeah, it's not too bad. She hasn't damaged the underfloor, so that's fine. Let's call her in. She's done enough. Again, could have just risked leaving her out for the end of the session there, but why take an unnecessary risk if you don't have to? And I realise that doesn't really make much sense, and the whole point of an unnecessary risk is a risk you don't have to take. But now we have a nice dry running session. Car parts will make it through for both. Put a decent amount of fuel in. Let's go 35 laps of fuel. Spend them both out.
Track should be green.
I'm going to wait for Hajar to finish his lap. There we go, set time. Let's take a look at Alfa Romeo. So Behrman's car is in really strong condition actually. Engine, gearbox and ERS wise. Hajar, less so with the gearbox and ERS, but they're still safe and his engine's still strong. So yeah, it's not going to be a pushover. Hunting down those two tonight, although Behrman just doesn't seem to have had any real form this season. Hajar has definitely stepped up this year compared to last. Been a more consistent challenger at the top of the timings. Kilos of fuel left. Hopefully that's going to be enough. Apologies if you hear me yawning. I am a little tired tonight.
There's a car in the
Someone's
wall.
crashed, and it's not us. That's good. Who was it? And where was it? It doesn't want to tell me. Although we've got an Alpha boxing. Let's see if it was one of them. Yeah, a little bit of wing damage there on Hajar's car, so that'll need to be replaced. That could cause problems for them in the race if that was their one and only spare, and if they break another one, then that would be glorious. Stay out. Stay out. Yeah, call in. It's going to be tight. I might just run out of fuel. No, I should make it. I'll make it. There we go. So we are done with practice. Both drivers now 100% confidence going into the Grand Prix. F1 Manager 24 will be insane when it comes. I'm still counting down the days. A little over 30 days to go. Russell with a penalty. Did Russell hit anybody in the last race? Again, I don't think he did. Running a new engine this weekend, so maybe engine penalty. There we go. Let's get ready for quali.
Our weekend continues with qualifying as the drivers fight it out for a strong grid position.
Remember, we lose the slowest 5 drivers at the end of Q1, another 5 at the end of Q2, and Q3 will set the top 10 positions. Now this is a driver with confidence, and that's clear from their performance today. Will that confidence pay off? We'll have to wait and see.
So don't go anywhere, folks. It's nearly time for qualifying.
About Embry, given that she got a win in the sprint and second in the race at Kota. Would be lovely if we could tell them apart helmet-wise. Grumble, grumble. There will be some subtle variances between helmets in the next game, but they will still have a team-based colour theme by the look of it, you know. So it won't be initially immediately obvious. I don't think you'll have to look for those little details to see which one's which. It's a shame. I was hoping for full customization of each driver's helmet, but we'll make do. How you doing, Wayne? Right in time for quali. We are going to go mediums in this first session. Two flying laps.
Okay, so that's a green light.
Okay, good braking, please.
You can bring the tyre in.
Position is good.
Someone popping out just as we're about to
And
start.
track is now clear.
Sonoda getting out of the way very quickly there. And Behrman does the same. He does. Thank you, Behrman. This would be a horrible place to get stuck behind a car. Okay, very, very close between the two. 18 thousandths of a second. Not stellar quick times, given that we're on mediums. But I want to save the softs as much as possible for the qualifying runs, so yeah, switch them over. Yeah, I want to save the softs as much as possible so that we can do multiple runs on those in session 2 without them wearing out completely, so that we've got enough to do a couple of good runs in session 3. And now we are getting in the way of Zhou, unfortunately for him.
Shouldn't be anyone in front that will back you up.
There is the deficit. And on a circuit like this, that is enough to get us eliminated.
Charge of last corner.
If I'm lucky, I can get Donna safe here with this slipstream run, if I'm lucky. Need Behrman to pull over before the S's. And he hasn't. Oh, crap. Might have got away with that. So Embry improved quite significantly. Donna improved a little bit as well. That's not too bad.
Make sure you stay negative. Charge on in box.
Don't know if that's going to be enough to get us through, though. Feeling probably not. both drivers are at risk, which I kind of expected. So we'll go for a 1 lap run now, tucked up behind Joe.
Okay, good work on brakes and tires, please.
And this should, given our new confidence level, should be enough to get us through. As long as we don't get held up anyway. Early lap from Behrman has been enough to set the pace. No one's topped that yet, with a little under 5 minutes to go.
Okay, a bit of traffic in front. Charge your last corner.
Traffic, traffic, traffic.
So for anyone who's watched Spaced, and if you haven't seen it, I feel sorry for you. It is fantastic. Every time I hear that traffic, 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 all I can see is Jessica Stevenson who's going rabbit, 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 rabbit. Donna's definitely going to get through. She's getting a really good slipstream here. Embry is not quite close enough to get the full benefit, but hopefully she'll do enough anyway. Has not improved in the middle. That's a worry. Donna goes top. Embry only improves by half a tenth.
Charge on and box. Charge on and box.
Not exactly safe here. We've already been bumped. There's 3 cars that can still bump us. Ocon has not improved, so there's only 2 cars that can bump us now. Sonoda can't do it. We're through. We're safe. Doesn't matter what Porsche does. Whew. A little worried for a second there. Unless, of course, Oscar suddenly pops out of the pit lane. If he does, all bets are off. Same with Maloney. Maloney could yet pop out of the pits. Oh, there goes Maloney. Crap. And Piastri's coming out as well. Shit. So now it really does matter what Porsche does. Yes, tyres dancing to random sounds, the finger gun fight years before Xbox did it, and Jaffa cakes in the coat pocket. Oranges across. What did you say to me? Hi, this is Dwayne Benzie. That's such a great series. Space, fantastic. Marsha was a great character as well. Yeah. Like, I couldn't help but over here. She's got her ear pressed up against the wall, against the glass. All right, Porsche has not improved. He is out. Hopefully Maloney will not improve as well. And then it's down to Oscar. If Maloney does improve. Maloney just starting his flying lap, apparently. As is Oscar. Oscar giving a toe to Russell, not getting the toe. That's crucial. Yeah, Spaced was the precursor for Shaun of the Dead as well. The Resident Evil episode they did was what gave them the whole idea for Shaun of the Dead. Two seasons. I have them on DVD. If you are in America, you can watch them. If they're on a streaming service, you can also get DVD copies of them. A buddy of mine in Texas watched them online. I think through Amazon Prime. I think, or maybe a different streaming service over there. I'm not sure. And he absolutely loved them, and he's now gone out and bought himself copies on the DVD as well. Maloney has not improved, so it doesn't matter what Piastri does now. We are through with both cars. Piastri does not improve either, but stays in just. How much did we stay in by? Very little. Very little. A tenth. Just over a tenth. Alright, on to Q2. We will again do 2 laps on the mediums. And then we'll probably do 2 laps on the softs. Yeah, I don't know if you'll be able to see Spaced on all 4 here in the UK. It was originally shown on Channel 4 way back when. But I don't know if it's still available on all 4 or not. I mean, the DVDs have got the Channel 4 logo on them, so I would imagine that they were funded by Channel 4, which means they should be available on all 4. Unless they've lost the licensing. Either way, if you've never seen it, hunt it out, find it, watch it, you'll love it.
So we are good for traffic. Charge your last corner.
And there'll be no one ahead.
Evening, Mike. Alright, we will get a clear lap this time. Embry not close enough, so I don't have to worry about putting it into don't fight. And do the old switcheroo, ready for the next lap.
Track clear.
Track is clear. Charge your last corner.
Can we eke out some improvement on this one? Let's have a look. Not too far away again from Russell's time. Maybe we can get Donna a little bit closer this run as well. And then we won't have quite so much work to do on the softs. Wow, quicker than in a jar. Surprised about that. Alright, Embry coming up to the line. Didn't improve. Donna took a couple of tenths off. Still isn't going to be enough to be safe, but a very strong basis there. You see Donna's confidence maxed out. Embry's not far off.
Okay, that's P6. Okay, good job, you were on target. Pierre John in box.
Now we'll put them on for a 2-lap run on the softs.
Focus on tires and brakes.
Am I still getting rid of one of my drivers for next season? I don't know. Like I say, I did consider at the beginning of last night's stream maybe getting rid of Embry at the end of the year, replacing her with Anne, and then Embry
I let you deal with the
Got
traffic
first
now.
in the
Nothing I
sprint
can
and
do.
second in the race. So she was obviously
Charge your left
listening.
corner.
Don't know. We'll see.
And
I
track is
might
now
keep
clear.
Anne in development for next season as well. Give Embry another season. But I don't think we might not get another season. Next season might well be our last season. That'll give me time to take a week off as well between this game and the next one coming out, or just under a week or so. There we go. So Embry is through for now. Now we need to do the same for Donna. And hope that there's enough left in the tyres, which there should be.
Traffic.
Rabbit.
Track is clear. All good to go.
Right.
Recharge on.
Embry is safe. This is all about helping Donna now. Should have done this earlier. Never mind. We can at least help her in the second half of the lap. She's already up in the first half.
Overtake is available.
Perfect. There we go. This should get Donna through. If it doesn't, I'm going to be very disappointed. There we go. She is through. So, who is still on a flying lap?
Okay,
Let's see. Stroll starting his flying lap. Schumacher. Let's make sure she gets back to pits.
No need to push the
I
tyres.
think Schumacher's finishing his flying lap. As is Giovinazzi. Giovinazzi gets through. That puts out Behrman. Hajar has been knocked out. Schumacher just sneaks through, but Hajar can respond. What about Albon? He's starting the flying lap. This is to start, I think. Yeah. So, Stroll then. Stroll knock his teammate out. No, Stroll has not improved. So, the only one we're going to focus on now is Isaac. Doesn't matter about Albon. He's not going to get through, I don't think. Especially hitting traffic at the exit of the S's there. Just needs to find 14 thousandths of a second to get through. Albon improved his time by nearly 5/10 of a second, but it wasn't enough. He stays 15th. Can Hajar get through? Really hope he can't. He can. And that knocks out Schumacher. So one of the Alphas will make it into the top 10 shootout.
You're doing a good job.
We'll do one flying lap on these tyres here. And then 2 laps on new tyres.
Track should be green now.
And because we're doing multiple runs, we are going to be the first ones on track to try and get the biggest confidence boost we can.
Okay, and we need to wake up the brakes now. Make sure you give us a couple of good braking.
These times are going to be slow, so we're going to whiz through this first run.
Okay, stay close to the reference. We're coming in.
Oops. Meant to go 2 flying laps. There we go. Not a good first lap from Leclerc, although he was also using old tyres. Still a fair few cars about to start a flying lap. So we want to go through once they are a fair way down the road. Leclerc goes early, I might go back out after Leclerc. First of the Ferraris about to cross the line. There's Russell, he's gone P2, but he's got that penalty. And I'm going to go now. While the track is clear. Get a good first clean run in. And then hopefully we'll be good for the second run as well.
We stick to the plan.
Oh, look at that. Thousandth of a second between Norris and Piastri. That's tight. Piastri just stealing the pole position there. For now. Norris going out immediately to try and retake that. He could be an issue on our first flying run.
And there'll be no one ahead.
Depends where we catch him.
Position is good now. Charge your first corner.
We may not actually catch Norris. That would be ideal if we don't catch him. So Donna set to take pole here. And does so by half a second almost. Now it's Embry's turn. Oh, if we could lock out the front row, that would be so nice. But it's going to be busy at the end of the pit lane. Look at this, Verstappen with Leclerc right behind him, with Russell right behind him. Russell's a little far back, but has been very quick. Doesn't matter too much about Russell getting in front of us, because he has got that penalty. But the Red Bulls obviously will not.
Position is good. Charge your first corner.
Time to push on these tyres. And overtake is available.
Too far ahead.
Charge on for now. Need to drop the pace. We look after the tires. Battery is full. Oh, we can cancel lift off. Overtake available.
Need a strong end to the lap now for Embry. Wasn't enough. Let's try running her again.
And save fuel from now, please. Save fuel from now. So recharge on. Press overtake.
Charge on. Lift off for the fuel.
Well, she's not improved, has she? Nope. Alright, well, we got pole position. That's a bonus point. Ajar's down in 9th. Embry will start 6th. Donna will start from pole position. That sets us up nicely. So we've already got a point on Alfa Romeo tonight. Well, I did kind of mess up that second lap. I should have taken control of Donna sooner.
It's race day with the teams and drivers ready and raring to go.
We've seen some unbelievable action around the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez in the past. Ferrari's Sebastian Vettel had to fight off both Red Bull drivers only to be demoted off the podium in 2016 in what was a highly controversial moment. The weather is very overcast here. Strategies might have to be quite flexible going into today's race.
Well, there's some serious decision making ahead for the teams and the drivers at the Mexico City Grand Prix.
Okay, so we are going to two-stop this. We're going to go medium to soft to soft. Prepare to be very aggressive with the mediums at the start if necessary. And I'm starting on the mediums because if we get a safety car early on, we can box early. But that is what we're looking at, I think. There we go. Let's go with 2 extra laps of fuel. We are going to go hyper aggressive at the start. Can we convert this into a race win?
We're nearly ready to get started here. 71 laps, 17 turns. It's the Mexico City Grand Prix. A chance for the Aston Martin driver to show what they can do.
They start in P1, but will they be able to stay there? The first corner could be so crucial.
And it'll be exciting to see just what will happen here today. What will happen next? We're about to find out at the Mexico City Grand Prix. And it's lights out. And away we go.
Keep the pressure on.
All right, so top 4 behind us on softs.
They keep making mistakes, so let's put them under pressure.
That will make us vulnerable to a lunge in these opening corners. Sainz has got through, and we're seeing used tyres for Sainz, Verstappen and Norris. Embry is struggling a little bit to hold Giovinazzi back. Oh wow, a lunge from Behrman. Didn't see that one coming. Not Behrman, sorry, Hajar. Behrman is lurking a little further behind. Yeah, not a great first lap for Embry there. Down 3 places. Gets one of them back. No way through.
Let's have recharge on, please.
So we're going to save just a little bit of battery here for the next lap.
Charge on. You've got everything, press on hold available. DRS enabled. At the moment you're P2.
We want to manage our tyre budget.
Drop down the plates now. Just keep looking after your tires. Charge on. Okay, we need some deploy.
Ah, damn it, he's trying to brake again.
Let's keep the pressure on Sainz.
Can use overtake.
Can I get back in range? I think I might just have done it.
And keep an eye on the battery.
I did, just. For that.
Drop the pace now, please. Charge on.
And we can have recharge on, please.
We're happy to stay where we are.
Yeah. Just losing too much. Sainz has too much grip through those corners at the moment. So we'll have to let Max make the move past us and then stay with Max. Otherwise we'll be a sitting duck on the main straight.
Charge on.
Overtake is available.
Charge on and box now.
recharge.
Oh,
on.
contact. That's hurt the tyres.
We've got a yellow flag here.
Minor suspension damage.
Now we're just proceeding through turn 4. Dangerously close to each other. And there, the cars make contact. And thankfully,
I'd like to say that's Giovinazzi's fault, but it's a little hard to tell from that angle how far alongside he was going into the corner. Puts Embry under some pressure. Can't fix that suspension now. So her race is compromised. And Embry gets the penalty, because of course she gets the penalty.
And recharge on now is okay, please.
So damage limitation mode for Embry. We'll be changing her strategy, getting her off these tyres earlier. Hasn't completely destroyed her confidence, but hasn't done it any favours either.
That's overtake.
We can still do it. Manage your tires. You can consider a little bit of anti-deploy where you can.
So now we're just going to focus most of our attention on Donna. Keep checking in with Embry where we can. We have a habit of being screwed over in turn 4 on this circuit.
And you can use the deploy.
Yeah, well, this is where the rot sets in.
Charge on.
We start getting picked off by every single other car. Isaac might have dropped off the back of Ollie there. I think he has. He has. So we'll get the DRS on him. Just missed it on these front two, but we've closed up enough. Get back on the train.
Need to drop the base. Charge on.
Oscar coming under pressure from Norris might cost him the DRS here. Norris got through.
We need a bit of recharge of the battery.
And they've got the DRS.
Charge on.
And overtake is available.
Alright, Hembry got past Isaac. Now we need to get it back onto Behrman. Schumacher now pushing through.
Recharge on. And recharge on, recharge on.
He's going to lunge us here, isn't he? Might be able to fight him off. We have the inside line, but no, he's pushing. He's using battery. All right, we'll stay tucked in. Still in high confidence.
Charge on. Cool the car, please. Okay, focus on recharge. Okay, keep cooling the car now.
Worth a little look. How are we doing on tyres? Not great. Definitely had to push them a little more than I would have liked at the start, but given the number of soft runners that have been attacking us, it's not surprising on that one.
Press overtake. So recharge on.
Oh, yellow flag.
Now is that Yuki Tsunoda?
Of course it's Yuki Tsunoda. I'd laugh if there was audio track of every time there was an accident like that, you just hear in the background, "Damn it, Yuki! Not again!"
Can use overtake. Let the tyres come back to you.
Honor is holding her own here on these on the mediums against the soft rollers. That's excellent news, considering we've only got softs to come. A little bit harder to keep Embry going, given the damage to her tyres from that collision and the suspension damage. But she's doing a decent enough job at the moment, staying in the top 10. Sainz has absolutely killed his tyres. He's going to be stopping very soon. There's a big gap opened up. 2 seconds to Ferrari's Piastri, and then another 4.5 seconds further back to Ben and the queue behind him. Giovinazzi has significant damage by the look of it, given how slow he's lapping right now. He's missing a good chunk of wing, so that's a wing change for him. We're definitely in the mix for the podium with Donna tonight.
On charger.
Embry almost back to her starting level of confidence. Max finally gets through against Sainz, but he will have given up the DRS to do that. That Sainz boxes as well, which means even worse for Max.
Charge on. Cool the car. Cool the car.
Got a little bit of cheeky drifting there. Just drifting into the racing line, or off the racing line into us. So Sainz has gone mediums. He won't be able to go all the way, so he's two stopping. He'll be putting softs on at the end.
Charge on. battery is full. Charge on, charge on.
If you can, push. Stay close.
Click over take this. Keep cooling the car.
Later, Max. Evening, refill.
Overtake is available.
Almost back in range of Schumacher.
And we can have recharge on, please.
Norris has got through.
Charge on.
Damn it, Russell got through anyway.
No need to push the tyres. Recharge on. And recharge on.
And Norris boxes.
Schumacher has pitted.
See if anyone goes for hard tyres. Norris has gone softs again, so he's soft, medium. Schumacher's gone mediums. Snowder, medium softs for Porsche. And I've lost touch again.
Time to push on these tyres.
Can't give her anything else. That's as much as I can give her. At least Tajar will not have the RS, so she'll be able to get some battery in her car before the stop without getting dropped. At least on the next couple of straights anyway.
Sev, recharge on then, please.
The Red Bulls have linked up. Means they might start swapping positions. 7 laps until the pit stop. Pushing the tyres a bit more now.
And we have margin to push a little bit more on the tires.
Evening, Victor. Evening, Anthony.
Magnussen pitted from behind you.
Bit of lift off.
.118.0, the new fastest lap. Yeah, a couple of seconds quicker than we're doing. We're not going to hold on to the lead when we box. We're going to get undercut by quite a few cars, but we'll have the pace and the grip if we take those positions. With Donna, not sure how things are going to shake out with Embry. The suspension damage is not insignificant. And of course, 5 seconds to be added on and stop in a couple of laps as well. Just going to box her at the end of this next lap, I think.
So recharge on. Box this lap.
Do I not have the pace this race? No, I do. Donna's leading. Embry got caught up in a collision with Giovinazzi, which has crippled Giovinazzi. He's got a broken wing. We've got damage to our suspension and a penalty from the collision, which is not helping. So I'm not sure where she's going to end up, because she's going to be lacking a little bit of pace now.
We want to manage our tyre budget.
But I think Donna's got the pace to contend for the win. But if not the win, then certainly a podium. Bad stop as well. Ah, disaster. Jesus, 12 seconds. Take 5 seconds off there. That was a 7.5 second stop. We lost another 5 seconds on top of the penalty. Max is going a long way on those softs. Oh, no, speak of the devil, he's in. Behrman in behind him on mediums. He's going soft, so he is going to go for a 2-stop.
and overtake is available. Just be careful with this tyre.
Leclerc is absolutely flying. Punting us down means he's going to be stopping very, very soon. Yeah, maybe next lap.
We are good to push.
What can we do with Embry? Can't really push her tyres because we had to bring her in so much earlier. Got very little wiggle room on these tyres. We'll get out just in front of Ocon, or just behind Ocon. There we go, we got past him. And that counted as an overtake. He exited the pits. Beautiful. So Embry's almost at full confidence already. Lovely stuff.
And recharge on is okay, please.
We'll have to do anti-deploy where you can.
Leclerc is in. It's a very quick stop. Oscar also in for a second set of softs, so he's finishing on mediums. Leclerc, like us, got the mediums out of the way in the first stint, so he's probably soft to the end now. And he's going to have some cars to fight through. We are closing on Tsunoda. Coming under pressure from Ocon, as to be expected.
Let's put them under pressure.
Copy, box.
He's absolutely flying right now. He's going to smash the fastest lap. We have to take the patient route with Embry. 1:16.9. That's a very quick lap. We are still closing on Tsunoda.
Keep up the lift off. You're doing a very good job. Charge on.
This needs to be clean. click the DAS boost as well. That'll do. 2.4. VSC. Now. That makes things interesting. It's come at just about the worst possible time for Donna. If I'd been able to go one more lap, that would have been perfect. What tyres do I have left with Embry? Yeah. That's not really going to work, I don't think. So we just get to save tyres, fuel and battery. That will help her out.
And recharge on, recharge on.
This actually has just helped Donna because she has got out ahead of
Virtual
Leclerc,
safety car.
who would have
So
undercut
driving
us.
the Delta, no overtaking.
And pretty close to Behrman as well.
Track. There's lots of debris where the exit was.
Ocon's out, so after all that flying pace from Ocon, he is out. Did we get a replay pop-up? Because I didn't see it. Yeah, we can't see Ocon. I must have missed a replay. Have I dropped behind Ocon? He came out, his tyres were a little bit fresher than mine and he just went full guns and I haven't with Embry, which is why he went flying past me, but he went a bit too heavy and he's crashed. This is where it's going to hurt. Russell and Norris are going to get a stop under a safety car. Russell's out. He has gone soft, hard tyres. Ajar's going for the one stop. You know what? Let me have a look. And see what that would look like time-wise. Probably slow. Oh, yeah. Some of that is down to the pit stop, but yeah, we'll leave Embry on the tyre she's on. So Russell has undercut us, or overcut us because of the pit stop under the VSC there. He's got out, he's gone from being 3 seconds behind to about 2 seconds ahead. He's saved about 5 seconds. Yeah, you may be a couple of laps behind, Anthony. Just try skipping forward a little bit. See if you are.
Virtual safety car is ending.
We look after the tires.
DRS is enabled. If you can, push. And recharge on.
Let's try to get him.
Another yellow flag. That is in front of Embry.
And here we've got a yellow flag.
It's Joe. I was wondering if it was Sonoda because I saw a Mercedes, but you just saw him at the back of the screen there.
Baldy. Let's try to take opportunity.
No penalties given, and yet we got a penalty for an almost identical incident. The inconsistency of the way the penalties are applied in this game is laughable at times.
Can use overtake.
Can I get onto Behrman? Don't think so.
That was a very good lap. Charge on now.
Oh, I did, just. Set the fastest lap in the process, a 1:16.5. Quicker than Ocon set, obviously. Leclerc has got past Schumacher. He's going to be coming for us soon.
We can still do it. Overtake available. Charge on. And keep an eye on your battery. And you can pick up the pace. Drop down the pace now.
Recharge on.
We need to push.
Just take that little bit of extra heat out of those tyres there. Back to normal pace again.
Charge on. Okay, keep cooling the car now. You've got everything. You've got everything.
Now
Press
we
on
can
hold
move on
available.
sights.
Drop the pace now, please.
Another yellow flag. Lock up for Zane.
So here we go, heading into turn 1. The brakes couldn't cope. By that point, it was just too late.
That could have been worse.
Just keep looking after your tires. Charge on.
Definitely hurt his tyres though. He was at 84% when I checked last lap. He's down to 76 now. We have now finally got onto the back of Porsche.
Let's have recharge on then, please.
Charge on. Charge on. And you can use the deploy.
See if I can get a pair of them here.
Cool the car, please.
Yes, I can. Keep confidence. Back up to third. Chasing down cars on much worse tyres.
Press overtake.
There we go. Let's get Embry through. Was I close enough to get Max? I don't think I was.
Reminder on the battery. Charge on.
Recharge on.
You're good to push.
One 16.2 last lap. Good enough to set the lap record again, or the fastest lap again.
Overtake available. Need to drop the pace.
Yeah, it's going to be a struggle to get in the points with Embry. It's still doable, depending on how the rest of this race shakes out, but that damage to the suspension has really hurt.
And keep going with the lift off. You're doing very good job. Keep going with the lift off. Charge on for now. Charge on.
So as things currently stand, Alfa Romeo are going to get 2 points with Bajaj, who's moved up to 9th, and 8 points with Behrman. So 10 points overall. Take a point off because we got the pole position, so it's 9 points. We're on for 15. So we're going to outscore them by 6 points. It's not quite enough to jump them. We're 7 behind them. If I can get one more place. Oh no, we got the fastest lap, so only 5 points the difference between us. No, wait, 7. It'd be 1 point. Oh, I can't get this right in my head. No, we're gonna basically we'll go level with them. We'll go level with them as things currently stand. And Hajar's just dropped back down to 10, so that means we're now a point clear.
Battery is high.
So recharge on.
The others are starting to catch up as these guys are running out of tyres.
Let the tyres come back to you.
So I'm going to need to make a move.
Okay, we need some deploy. Let's try to take opportunity.
Russell's flying, he's caught us up already. Yeah, Russell did a 1:17.9.
Cool with the car. Need to drop the pace.
Get out of it, Norris. High place.
And you can push in tires. We're good on tires.
There you go. Leclerc has either just stopped again. Yeah, he has. He's gone mediums. Wow, I thought he was going to go medium, soft, soft. Maybe he doesn't have another good set of softs. Maybe he used them all up in quali. there goes Norris into the pits. Knew that stop was coming.
Charge on. Cool the car. Keep cooling the car. Charge on, charge on.
Time to push on these tyres.
Again, there's the acceleration of that car.
And recharge on is okay, please.
Let's go for a push. Charge on now.
Russell didn't get the DRS, so we can potentially drop him on this lap.
Charge on and box now.
Porsche's boxed. Medium tyres for him. Embry's confidence still at starting level. A chance of moving her up a couple of places, but I don't think she's going to get into the points tonight, unfortunately. She's going to hurt our streaks. As long as we can get her to finish in the top 15, that'll be worth $500,000.
Battery is high. Charge on, charge on.
They'll try and break away from Max on this lap.
Can press overtake where possible to discharge the battery a little bit. Okay, keep cooling the car now. Give us a bit more lift off, please. Manage your tires.
Right, there we go.
And recharge on now is okay, please. No need to
I
push
can
the
squeeze an extra lap or two out of these tyres, that will make things easier for Embry
Can push
in the final stint.
And we can recharge on, please.
See if I can keep her in range of Oscar. Max is doing a bang-up job of holding up George. Behrman's on for some points tonight, by the look of it. Isaac's got himself up to 7th on the one stop, but he is now going to be caught by a lot of other cars, potentially. Leclerc, Norris, Sainz, probably. Yeah, we did our best. Alright. We'll go one more lap then. Box Embry at the end of this lap.
So head down here. So box now.
And George is through. 2 laps away.
Okay, charge on, charge on.
Embry's got enough tyre to go again.
Okay, let's box, please.
Battery is full.
Got to imagine Max is boxing this lap. George maybe this lap, if not the next one. I'm boxing on the next one.
You can consider a little bit of anti-deploy where you can.
And that's why I've been building the battery back up, because I knew the fastest lap wasn't safe. You can just beat it. And there goes Max. Max is going mediums. He has to, because he went soft off in his first two. That's a very quick stop.
Confirmed. Box, 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 box. Let's lift off, please.
Alright, so a clean stop this time. No losing additional 5 seconds on top of a 5-second penalty. 2.5, not bad.
Could be close at exit.
There goes Porsche.
We want to manage our tyre budget.
George is in as well. So this is a straight fight between pit crews. Ferrari have got the advantage because they will get in the pits before us, and they've been quicker than us, so there's a chance we might get held. Russell is away on softs. Oh no, there's a 2.6, but it's enough to hold position. Here comes Verstappen. And we've held position against Verstappen.
Look after the tires.
Overtake is available.
Right, top 15 is the target. Given where Zhou is, 14th is definitely viable, and then hopefully we've got enough pace in the tyres to get past Tsunoda and Magnussen as well. We get 12th. That'll be a good work, a good evening's work, I think. Thank you for giving me the DRS for my flying lap attempt there, George. Much appreciated.
Available. Cool the car, please. Cool the car. Cool the car.
15.8. Next up, Norris.
Charge on. We have to protect those tires. We need a little bit more lift off if you can, please. We need a little bit more.
No! Red flag. She's out.
Okay, red flag.
That killed the suspension. Everyone's going to put softs on.
At the final corner. Oh, and the car with a nasty crash into the barrier. Well, they may have been keen to leave their mark, but I think that was a little too literal, don't you?
There goes my streaks.
After a pause in this race, we are all set and ready once more. And it's lights out and away we go.
Crap.
We have margin to push a bit more.
Got caught out. Oh, what a terrible start. And everyone's on soft tyres, although ours are pretty good. Better than some of them. This does mean, though, that Alfa Romeo are going to get the chance for some good points tonight.
Charge on.
But now we've got a sprint, basically, to the end. Evening, Clark. Russell has bolted. He is going for it. Magnussen's put on mediums. Oh, he's going to be so slow.
You can keep the pace up on these compounds.
Yeah, Russell has gone, hasn't he? 2 seconds clear.
Charge on.
Wait for the other shoe to drop and Leclerc to start pushing.
Okay, we need some deploy.
We've gone from pretty much being guaranteed first or second to now maybe not.
Charge on. Just manage your tires, please.
Need Max to push hard to catch up to George here. Oh, this has worked out so nicely for Hajar. He went onto those hard tyres and now he's off them onto a set of softs that are better than Leclerc's, better than mine. And he's pushing.
Okay, charge on. Okay, you can pick up the pace.
There goes the fastest lap, 1:15.8. Don't think I'm going to be able to take it back.
Charge on. And you can use the deploy. Charge on.
That lovely peak confidence I had before the red flag, gone.
Let's try to get in. Okay, keep cooling the car now. Charge on. Drop down the plates now. Charge on.
Harsh is still there.
Okay, charge on.
Thankfully, Max moved across to cover him. So I now get to go past a pair of them.
Can press overtake where possible to discharge the battery a little bit.
Broken away from Max. And I get onto the back of Russell before I run out of battery. Back in that lovely peak confidence, and I might, if I'm lucky, retake the fastest lap here.
Battery is on the low side.
Not quite. 1:15.9. It's quite a bit slower than it needs to be.
Cardion.
Schumacher now popping in front of Max. Briefly. Oh, was that a crash behind us? It was.
2 cars out, a lot of debris. Watch out for the...
Heard that crunch. No lot of debris there, but that is no contact
like that,
between Schumacher and
the hopes of
Max. And that's hurt both of them in terms of tyres. Did I get the DRS? Yes, I did. Fuck.
Need to drop the pace.
Whew.
Charging.
All right, here we go. We now are back on the way in our quest for another win. No penalties. Because of course not.
You're good to push.
Oh, another crash. VSC.
2 cars out. And watch out for the debris on the marshal on track, please.
It's all kicking off here at the end. It's Tsunoda again, but I think he was torpedoed. He, Jesus. Yeah, that was not Yuki's fault. He was completely a passenger in that. Surprised we haven't gone full safety car.
Get full safety car. Stay close to the reference.
Magnussen, Tsunoda and Maloney all out. Down to just 15 runners. God, if Embry hadn't retired, she'd be able to score points tonight. Maloney gets a 10-second penalty, so that's 6 places added to wherever he qualifies for Brazil. How many laps are left? Seven more at the end of this lap. So, as things stand, we are on for 18 points. And Alfa Romeo are on for 9, 15. So, they're not going to lose in the constructors to us at this rate. Unless we get the win, in which case that is 7 points more. And that will be enough to move us up into 5th place. And Mercedes have one car out and one car outside of the points, so we are set to gain lovely points against Mercedes tonight as well.
DRS enabled, DRS enabled. And we have margin to push a little bit more on the tires. Drop the pace now, please. We need to push. Charge on. Six more laps. 6 more laps. And you can pick up the pace. And click overtake this. Okay, to pick up the pace. We can still do it. Five more laps. 5 more laps.
I have to fight hard for this. Russell's been quick all weekend. New engine in his car. As things stand, we are going to beat Mercedes in the standings tonight. It's just a question of whether we can beat Alfa Romeo, and they've dropped down. Behrman has dropped down to 7th. No, Behrman was 7th. Hajjar has moved up to 5th. That's the change.
Charge on.
Just trying to figure out what it was.
Manage your tires. Now we focus on clean laps. 4 more.
Another yellow flag. A lockup. It was Hajjar. Fantastic.
This is what happened.
Hajjar
Now,
has
this was
locked
at
up
turn 1.
under pressure from Schumacher.
And there goes the steering. What caused
And that, I
I
think, has
wonder?
dropped him out of the points. It has. So now we are going to get ahead of Alfa Romeo. We're going to get 4th place in the standings tonight. regardless of whether we win or come second.
Let's go for a push. We have margin to push a bit more.
Russell break the DRS. Yes, he did.
3 more laps.
We still have the slipstream. Norris has pushed up as well. It's tightening up. Now Behrman's got in front of Schumacher. 10 points for Behrman. Still got enough to overhaul them. Because the fastest lap for Hajar won't count if he can't get back in the top 10.
Let's try to take opportunity.
Norris is in range. It's going to be a tense finish.
Charge on. Two race laps.
Come on, Donna. We got this.
Need to drop the pace. Charge on.
Now Leclerc's with the Behrman. Excellent. That's more points taken away from Alfa Romeo.
Let's try to get in. Let's try to see what we can do. Cool the car, please.
Charles all the way down to 14th now. Yeah, he destroyed his tyres, look, with that lockup. Broken Russell. Russell might not even get on the podium now. It's a risk. He's going to hold off Norris. He's just going to hold off Norris. If he got past by Norris, then there was a chance Max might jump him as well. There we go, win number 2 for Aston Martin. Win number 2 for Donna. £25 points plus a point for pole. Couldn't get the fastest lap to complete the hat-trick there, unfortunately, but pole and the win. That's excellent news. 26 points scored this weekend. Alfa Romeo have scored 8. Mercedes,
What
I
an
don't think
excellent
scored any.
performance from the Aston Martin driver that was.
That was a really well executed race, I thought. Major credit to the driver, the pit wall, and the whole team for that win.
Well, they've been waiting for this, haven't they? And it's only right that they make the most of it. So, Karoon, with the garages full of activity, what's the mood like down at Aston Martin now?
They'll be absolutely delighted to have picked up the win here. What a great outcome that is for the team.
And that's it from us all here in Mexico City.
Coming up in the next round is the Sao Paulo Grand Prix as we head to Brazil. Join us next time at Interlagos.
Oh, Brazil's going to be a rough race. I can just feel it. So there we go. Confirmation of the final result. It is a win for Donna. Fantastic stuff. Second place for George, up 10 places after just getting caught out in qualifying. But, that was partly down to his penalty, I think, as well. Then Lando is third, takes the final step on the podium. Max down into fourth place. Charles Leclerc just 2 points behind him. It's going to be still ever so tight between those two. I think Max might have moved a point ahead, or they might be level. I'm not sure. It's very, very tight. Behrman gets some decent points for himself tonight. 8 points to him. Stroll picks up 6 places to finish with 6 points. Then Sainz is down 5 places. Schumacher gets in there in 9th. And Oscar drops down to 10th, but does pick up another point for Ferrari. Which means no points for Mercedes. Zhou finishes in 11th. Porsche in 12th. We have left Haas in the dust. Alpine in 13th place with Giovinazzi. Then it's Albon in 14th. Hajar all the way down to 15th in the end. That lockup ruining his chances of points. And then no finish for Magnussen, Tsunoda, Maloney, Embry, and Ocon. In the driver standings, Max moves ahead. They are level on points, but Max has double the wins, which is why he is top. It is so tight in the driver standings this year. Lando is third and stretching his lead over most of the field, but Russell did actually take 3 points out of him tonight. 41 points the gap. I think Lando might be safe, but we'll see what kind of pace George has got in the remainder of the season. Isaac drops down into 5th place. No points for him tonight. Donna now just 15 points behind him, jumping up 3 places past Oscar, Yuki, and Porsche into 6th place. Ocon down in 10th. A little bit lower down, Sainz in 11th place, moves ahead of Zhou by 3. Then it's Giovinazzi. Embry, no points for her, stays tied with Giovinazzi in 14th. Then it's Stroll, now 3 points behind. Behrman moves above Schumacher by a point. And then no points for Magnussen, Maloney or Albon. They stay where they were. Let's take a look at the constructors' standings. Red Bull, already champions on 582 points, now almost 300 points clear of McLaren. McLaren, under pressure from Ferrari still, the gap comes down by another 4. It's just 13 between the two teams. We have moved up to 4th, jumping Mercedes and Alfa Romeo. We are 9 points clear of Mercedes, with Alfa Romeo a further 2 points behind. Alpine down in 7th, pick up another 4 points. Haas, who we were trailing just a few races ago, are now down in 8th place on 136 points. They are 71 points behind us. We have picked up some monster points in just the last 2 races alone. It's incredible to be, up the table that high, that fast. AlphaTauri in 9th place do pick up 8 points. Gap now is just 10 points to Haas, and on current form, got to say that Haas are going to drop down to 9th. Williams, no points for them. They're going to stay probably 10th for the rest of the season, but 63 points is a respectable return. As far as the pit stops go, it's a very, very quick set of stops. Look at this, 1.936 for Charles, 1.940 for Stroll. Very, very quick stops. Then it's Red Bull with Max both of the Ferraris 4th and 5th ahead of Zhou. Schumacher down in 7th, so Red Bull will stretch their lead quite comfortably. And again, despite a 2.4 second stop, we do not get points. Again, Mercedes will pull away from us. McLaren do pick up a couple of points. Red Bull now 36 points clear of AlphaTauri. Ferrari in 3rd, 30 points clear of McLaren. Mercedes jumping Alpine now as well. Mercedes on a little bit of a tear right now. We stay 7th. We are 12 points behind Alpine. Hopefully we can close that gap in the remaining races. Williams stay 8th. Alfa Romeo stay 9th. Haas still yet to get a point. And there you see our stops. Look, a 2.4 second stop. Then 7.6 second stop for Embry, with that delay on top of the 5-second penalty. Terrible stop there. A 2.6 on the second stop for Donna and a 2.5 for Embry. We just missed out by, 0.04 of a second of getting onto the leaderboard tonight. So, we're not far away, but just need some more consistent stops. Let's take a look at the report cards. 13 and 12 going forward for Donna tonight. 10 and 6 in defence. Embry 5 and 10 going forward. Once again, her attacking letting her down a little bit. 14 and 12 solid in defence despite the issues that she had with the damaged suspension and the worn tyres from the collision and having to short stop her early on. Pretty respectable. And then, of course, just spinning out of control at the end didn't help. That will force us to make some spare parts, unfortunately. There is some experience for Anne as well. Getting closer to the end of the season. She may still be in contention for getting in the car next year. Not sure. Let's take a look at the sponsors. We didn't get the fastest lap, but we did get the finish position streak. Even though we didn't get the finish position streak, it gave it to us anyway. It's very generous of them. I'll take that $500,000. Thank you very much. We did get both cars into Q3. As far as guarantees, we didn't get the finish position of 2 in the top 10. We also didn't, so we lost a bit of money there, but we did get both cars in Q2 and 2 in the top 10 there as well. So that has been quite nice. We've made 1.1 mil on our base rate, 4.1 overall. Alright, let's check the inbox, see what the damage is. Alright, so front wing failure, and then we've also destroyed a chassis, a suspension, and a rear wing. So, yeah, we are going to need to make some parts, I think. A lot of parts now into medium and high risk as well. It's getting a little bit nasty. Replace the chassis. There we go, 1 spare chassis. One spare rear wing. No spare suspensions. Are we still making those though? No, we're not. So we need to very quickly make at least 1 more suspension. Gonna have to rush it just in case we need it for the sprint. It's quicker to do the rush job now than it is to emergency manufacture. It's going to be much cheaper overall. So we'll do that. What else might need a replacement? Let's have a look. Chassis at medium risk. Probably do with another chassis. We have got 3 more races to go. Yeah, it won't last. Let's build another chassis. Go. What else? Front wings, we've still got a couple of spares. One's at medium risk, the other one's just been replaced. Side pods, high risk, medium risk. Still get away with those. Underfloor, still got 1 more to come. I think we're okay now on parts. So we'll leave it at that for parts. Right, 4.7 mil in the bank. Got a new ATR period coming up after Brazil, but we've got to wait another couple of days after that before our next bit of research finishes. Let's advance time a little bit more once we've checked in with the board. High confidence, delighted with the last two results. Obviously we forgot to check last night for Aston. Yeah, all of a sudden it's looking much better for us. We're still not going to get the Constructors' Champion, that's already been decided. So that long-term objective is failed and has been since Qatar. Well, it's been failed since the beginning of the season, to be fair, but it's mathematically been failed since Qatar. But yeah, fourth, well above our season objective. That's going to help even out the loss of managerial rating for that, which we had no real control over. Very, very pleased with how the second half of the season has gone, considering how we struggled at a lot of races in the first half, specifically with that really bad weather that we just kept getting race after race after race. It kept raining. Speaking of, let's see what's the weather for Brazil. It will be wet in the sprint, but the race itself will be dry. Interesting. Sprint could be nasty. Sprint could be good if we can time the pit stops right, though. If it's going to be changing conditions. Right, there we go. We have got to the end of tonight's stream. We will be back as usual tomorrow at 8 p.m. for round 21, a sprint weekend in Brazil. But tonight has been a pretty successful weekend overall. Obviously disappointed about what happened to Embry and the damage that we've sustained as well. Didn't check her power unit. Quickly check her power unit while I remember. 80, 71 and 59. The gearbox definitely took a whack. Engine took a little bit of a whack. ERS took a little bit of a whack as well. Yeah, so we could have come off a lot worse powertrain wise than that. We still got a competitive enough powertrain for the last 3 races, I think. So hopefully we can do something still with Embry for the rest of the season. Donna is really performing now, and that's her second win of the season. And we are now in 4th place in the constructor standings. Ferrari and McLaren, I think, are a bridge too far. We are 65 points behind Ferrari. And yeah, they're looking quick at the moment, especially with George. McLaren obviously are even further ahead. They are, another 13 points clear on top of that. So they are out of range. 78 points is a bit too much, unfortunately. But if we can get closer to them and just protect ourselves from Mercedes and Alfa Romeo, we're already, I think, free and clear of Alpine. I can't see them catching us now. Haas, dead and buried. They are a long way back. So it's now a question of, can we hang on to 4th place and just make ourselves a little bit more comfortable. I hope we can. I think we can. You'll have to continue to tune in as the season winds down to a close. I will be streaming on Saturday at 7 p.m. to finish the season off with Abu Dhabi. But tomorrow and Friday will be the usual time of 8 for Brazil and then Vegas on Friday. So I hope you'll join me for those races. I will catch you all again with some more F1 Manager very soon.